In the annals of history, few figures are as enigmatic as the Count of Saint-Germain. Emerging from the foggy mists of the 18th century, this intriguing character has left an indelible mark on European society. Known as a man of many talents, the Count of Saint-Germain was a composer, a painter, a diplomat, and a reputed alchemist who claimed to have discovered the secret of eternal youth. He moved in high circles, charming the courts of Europe with his wit, his knowledge, and his seemingly endless talents. Despite his high-profile presence, the Count's true origins remained shrouded in mystery. No one knew from whence he came, nor could they ascertain his true age. His knowledge was vast, spanning numerous subjects and extending across many languages. He seemed to know the intimate details of events long past, and he spoke many languages with an ease that suggested more than a simple learning. This enigma of a man was not without his peculiarities. He was said to never eat in public, and he claimed to have lived for centuries. His knowledge of history was so extensive, so precise, it was as if he had been there himself. He was a man seemingly out of time, a living paradox who moved through the world with an air of unplaceable familiarity. This led to whispers, to theories whispered in hushed tones in the candlelit halls of European courts. Could this man, this Count of Saint-Germain, be a time traveller? Could his vast knowledge, his intimate understanding of events long past, be the result of personal experience? Could he have been a wanderer through the ages, a man unbound by the constraints of time? But could this man of mystery truly have been a wanderer through time, or was he simply a master of deception? The answer, much like the Count himself, remains an enigma lost to the annals of history. Dive deeper into the Count's life, and the evidence supporting the time traveller theory begins to mount. Let's delve into the mysterious life of the Count of Saint-Germain, a figure who interacted with influential figures of the time, from kings to philosophers, and yet, remarkably, he seemed not to age. He was a man who was always in his prime, irrespective of the decade. His contemporaries often commented on his ageless appearance, which added to the enigma surrounding him. They found it hard to believe that a man who had seen so many summers could still possess the vitality of a young man. The Count wasn't just known for his agelessness, but also for his prophetic predictions. He was said to have predicted the French Revolution, a claim that still baffles historians today. His predictions were uncanny, almost as if he had already lived through those events. But the legend of the Count of Saint-Germain doesn't stop at his ageless appearance and prophetic abilities. Many of his contemporaries believed him to be hundreds of years old. He was said to regale the courts of Europe with tales of his time, spent with historical figures from centuries past, adding further fuel to the time traveller theory. However, as tantalizing as these tales are, one must also consider the lack of concrete proof. Could the Count have been a skilled con artist, using his charisma and wit to fool the courts of Europe into believing he was a time traveller? After all, the Count was known for his flair for drama and his ability to charm the elite of society. Moreover, the Count's supposed immortality could also be attributed to his knowledge of alchemy. He was known to have an extensive understanding of herbs and minerals, which he could have used to maintain his youthful appearance. So was the Count a time traveller, or was he simply the greatest trickster the world has ever known? In the end, we may never know. But the tales of the Count of Saint-Germain continue to captivate us, leaving us to ponder over the mysteries of time and the enigma of immortality. As we peel back the layers of the Count's story, we find ourselves caught in a web of intrigue and speculation. This tapestry of tales is woven with threads of fact and fiction, making the Count of Saint-Germain one of history's most enigmatic characters. The Count's tales are as colourful as a peacock's tail. The most intriguing among them is his alleged immortality. Records suggest that he was present at the wedding feast of Cana, where he supposedly turned water into wine. Then there's the tale of his ability to transmute metals, an art only known to alchemists of yore. He was also said to be a polyglot, a virtuoso violinist, and a master of disguise. His enduring legacy is as fascinating as his life. He left behind a treasure trove of music, art and literature that continue to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike. His influence can be traced in the works of numerous artists and writers who were entranced by his tales of time travel and eternal life. Yet the question of the Count's true identity remains a topic of hot debate. Some argue that he was a spy, using his charm and wit to gather intelligence. Others insist he was a charlatan, exploiting the gullibility of the aristocracy. And then there are those who believe he was an enlightened being, sent to guide humanity towards a higher path. Despite extensive research and numerous theories, the truth about the Count remains elusive. Was he a man of science, ahead of his time, or a master manipulator? The evidence is as varied as it is vague, and each piece only adds to the mystery. So who was the Count of Saint-Germain really? A time traveller, a talented fraud, or perhaps something else entirely? Each theory holds its own charm and intrigue. As with many things in history, the truth may forever remain a mystery.